Hello, I'm Daniela. Today's video is a little special and a little different. It's a collaboration with a fellow artist. She makes slow stitching beautiful landscapes. It's Jen from Night Owl Collectables. You might recognize her from her channel. She has just beautiful work. I particularly like her landscapes. They're so detailed and precise. Oh, they're just beautiful. She and I decided we were going to work together, separately, but together. We both have the same materials. We could add some materials from our own stash, but we had to start with the basics. So I sent her a package of materials, some fabrics and felts and lace and trim, just really fun stuff. We each had time to work on our pieces, and then we were going to show them to you. Now, we decided to call it Iron Stitch because it's very similar to the TV show Iron Chef, where they have the same ingredients and they have to come up with something unique and creative. So we went with it. It was her idea to call it Iron Stitch, and it still cracks me up. It's very clever. So, without further ado, here's the first edition of Iron Stitch.
So these are the supplies that were in that box. There's 2 sheets of thick felt. Love these colors. There's some of these little, table scatters. They're wooden leaves. There's embroidery floss that matches the colors, plus an extra one. There's some lace and a roll of it. And then 2 pieces of fabric, fat quarters. So the idea is to use more than half of these supplies, or somewhere around there, and add them to supplies you may already have. Just use these however you see fit. I think I'm going to make fabric bookmarks. These really aren't bookmarks that will go in, say, a print book. These are more like bookmarks that will go in a fabric book because they're going to have some dimension to them. And the only thing I'm really going to add, aside from these pieces here, are some buttons that I had in my stash that coordinated with my pieces. I don't think I'm going to use these little wooden leaves, so I'll set those aside. And I'll use some of the lace for like a tab, maybe this one. I'll set those aside. And so now for the bookmark itself, I think I'm going to use this fabric, this gray. I seem to be really enthralled with gray in this year. So I'll cut out my pieces and start creating my bookmarks. So I've cut all my fabric pieces. I cut my felt to these cute little shapes of flowers. And I'm just going to set them, right there with some stitching of matching colors. And that's going to be each of the bookmarks. I did go through my stash and find some batting because I want to sandwich the batting in between my layers here to make the pieces. So my next step is to start attaching everything. I'll start attaching everything on the front of each bookmark, and then I can work on creating the bookmark. So here's a quick little time lapse just showing how I did the design work, the stitching of the flower and the little vine. I think it's adorable. I just took it slowly and really enjoyed this. It was a fun texture to add to my work. I did the first one, which was the prototype, and it came out really well. So then I just jumped right in and finished with the second one. That purple flower was such a beautiful addition. I love the contrast of the 2 colors and the combination of those colors. And that gave me some other ideas, and I'll show you those right now. So I finished stitching my bookmarks, and there are 2 things that I changed from my original plan. One was I made these tabs larger. They were a little too small originally. I thought I could just have tiny little tabs. And I realized it really wasn't helpful in a bookmark unless I had something long enough to really hang from. So I changed that up. And then I omitted the batting. I actually liked that kind of flat look. There's still plenty of weight here from the double layers of fabric. But I love the way that looks. I love the front. And I love the back. And then I couldn't resist. I had to make a larger bookmark. Oh, I love this one. I doubled up, alternating the stitches to use the colors, and I added both of the flowers here. That's the back of that one. I didn't think I needed a long little piece of lace, so that worked out beautifully. So that's my contribution to the Iron Stitch Challenge with Jen at Night Owl Crafts. Oh, what a fun challenge.
So that's my contribution to Iron Stitch. I'll link Jen's video below so that you can see it as well. Oh, I think it's fantastic. You might want to give her channel a look if you're not familiar with it, but I'm sure you are. It's a fantastic channel. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more ideas like this, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.